In June 1978, a group of motorcyclists exploring California's remote Plumas National Forest noticed a broken window on an isolated ranger trailer. Inside, they found the decaying body of 32-year-old Ted Weyer. The autopsy revealed he had died from severe frostbite and starvation. Yet, right there in the very same room sat a fully functional, untouched butane heater and heavy forestry clothing that had never been worn. The scene outside was even more inexplicable. An unlocked storage shed right next to the trailer held a massive stockpile of dehydrated food, enough to comfortably feed 5 men for a full year. No one had even attempted to open it. Ted was one of the Yuba County 5. He and his 4 best friends were young men who lived with their parents. They managed mild intellectual disabilities or psychiatric conditions, and the 5 of them were completely inseparable. They had vanished 4 months earlier after attending a college basketball game. Searchers eventually found their car abandoned on a high mountain dirt road, 70 miles in the wrong direction, in inoperable condition. 5 physically capable men had successfully reached a heated shelter filled with food, yet they remained there for months until they starved to death. This map shows the geographic anomaly of their route. After leaving Chico State, a simple highway drive should have taken them 50 miles south to their homes. Instead, they drove 70 miles deep into the freezing, high-elevation wilderness of the Plumas National Forest. When police found their 1969 Mercury Montego, it wasn't broken down. The engine started immediately, and the tank was a quarter full. The tires were stuck in shallow snow, but police noted that 5 healthy young men could have easily pushed the car free. The vehicle itself offered a series of contradictions. The keys were missing, but the doors were completely unlocked. One window was rolled down to the freezing winter air, and the men had ventured out into the dark wearing only light jackets. A local man whose own car was stuck nearby reported an eerie sighting that same night. He recalled seeing a group of figures standing around a parked vehicle, but when he called out in pain for help, the group went entirely silent and switched their flashlights off. Mechanical failure did not force them out of the car. Whatever led 5 men to abandon a functional, fueled vehicle and walk into a mountain blizzard remains the core void in the official timeline. A Forest Service snowcat had cleared a path up the mountain just a day prior. Investigators suspect the group saw those fresh tread marks in the dark and followed them, guessing that wherever the machine came from, shelter had to be waiting. It was a brutal 19-mile hike to the trailer. Jack Madruga, Bill Sterling, and Jackie Hewitt did not make it. Their remains were discovered scattered along the road, having succumbed to severe hypothermia in the snowpack. Ted Weyer's family described a man who followed rules with absolute rigidity, sometimes at the expense of his own safety. Although he lived in the trailer for approximately 3 months, the main pantry remained locked and untouched while he wasted away. This photograph shows the typical military C rations they ate. In a different, unlocked shed outside, they found 36 of these meals. Every single one was consumed. While this example shows a key opener, the cans at the scene were opened using a P38 military can opener. Gary Mathias, an Army veteran managing diagnosed schizophrenia, was one of only 2 men with military experience. He was definitely inside that trailer. While the wintered elements claimed the others on the road, Weyer's survival inside the shelter was cut short by his own inability to bypass the locks and rules that stood between him and the food. Investigators found one final haunting detail inside the trailer. Ted Weyer's frostbitten body had been carefully wrapped in 8 individual bed sheets. Sitting nearby on the floor were Gary Mathias's tennis shoes. Weyer was in too much pain from gangrene to pull those heavy sheets up by himself. The scene suggests Mathias outlived his friends, staying by Weyer's side in the dark to care for him until the very end. Without his schizophrenia medication for months, Mathias was running out of time. He likely put on Weyer's heavy shoes, walked back out into that massive, jagged terrain, and vanished forever. A minor geographic mistake cascaded into total disaster. A panicked sprint into the freezing woods met unbreakable behavioral barriers, preventing the survivors from using the exact supplies that could have saved them. Today, the Yuba County 5 reigns known as the American Dyatlov Pass, a chilling reminder of how a few misunderstood choices can unravel a joyful night into a permanent, frozen mystery.